What's going on, guys? Clayton here with Yakking Crazy. I just picked up these three really awesome reels: the Shimano Stradic C3000 HG FK, the Stradic ci4 Plus C3000, and the Penn SSV 3500. I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview and kind of a comparison of these three reels. I'll try to make this video as quick as I can, but I've got a lot of info to cover on these guys, so let's get right into it. The braid capacity on the Shimanos, you get 200 yards of 10-pound test, 140 yards of 20-pound test, and 105 yards of 40-pound test. On the Penn, you get 230 yards of 10-pound test, 215 yards of 15-pound test, 165 yards of 20-pound test. So on the Penn, you do get a little bit more line. It's slightly bigger reel, being that it's a 3500 versus the Shimano 3000s. Penn doesn't make a 3000 series, so the 3500 was as close as I could get. The gear ratio on the Shimano ci4 Plus is 5.0 to 1. On the Shimano FK, it's 6.0 to 1. And on the Penn, it's 6.2 to 1. So the Penn's slightly faster than both of the Shimanos, but not very much. The Penn has a Superline braid ready spool, which means it has this rubber gasket that goes all the way around the spool, which allows you to tie your braid directly to the spool without the need of any kind of monofilament backing or anything like that. So you're able to get more line on the spool. The Shimano ci4 Plus has a cold forged aluminum spool with the Magnum Light rotor, which means it is very easy to turn, has a very light feel, and it takes very little effort to get that thing moving. The Shimano Stradic FK also has a cold forged aluminum spool, but it does not have the Magnum Light rotor like the ci4 Plus. The Penn has the CNC gear technology, which is precisely machined aluminum and brass gears that provide maximum smoothness. And the Shimanos have the X-Ship gearing, which is double supported pinion gears with increased bearing support, and it removes internal flex. And it also ensures that the teeth of the pinion gear and the main gear are in constant contact, and that's part of Shimano's plan to create a powerful, lightweight spinning reel that you will get little to no fatigue from fishing with it all day, because it is such a lightweight reel. Both of the Shimanos are saltwater approved by Shimano and freshwater approved. The Shimanos also feature the Hagane system, which is the Hagane gear, the Core Protect, and the X-Ship. It's a 3-pillar system. The Hagane gear is a cold forged aluminum main gear that's stronger than brass and it won't corrode. The Penn has the the Penn has the IPX sealed body and spool design, which means it's extremely watertight. It's a series of 6 seals, one of them being around the main gearbox to keep out any kind of water from getting into your main gears. It also has a gasket on the handle cap. The Slammer HT100 drag is 100% waterproof. It has seals underneath the top components and also under the bottom components of the drag, which is really nice. It keeps you from having to worry about anything messing up on your reel. That thing is extremely watertight. The Penn has these line capacity rings on the spool that go all the way around, and they're divided into thirds. The first line is 1/3, the second line is 2/3, and the third line is a full spool of line. And what that's there for is to help you when you're initially spooling your reel, you know when your spool is full, and also when you're fighting a fish, you can look down and see how much line you have left on your reel if you're getting spooled out, which is a really nice feature. The Shimanos have the propulsion line management system on their spool, and what that is the beveled edge on the top of the spool versus the flat edge on most other spinning reels, including the Penn. And what that's for is it reduces line friction when you're casting, and it is supposed to help with casting distance. Another thing they've incorporated is the greater bail arc, which really gets that bail back out of the way much further than any other spinning reel I've had before. And it just keeps the line from slapping this bail when you're making long casts and causing it to flip over on you. That's part of their system to prevent premature bail flips. It's really, really nice. And both of the Shimanos have that. And the Penn has a friction ramp system which prevents premature bail flips. It has a standard bail arc, so it's still pretty close to the spool, but that's why they integrated the friction ramp system. And what it does is it holds it in place, and even when that line is slapping it or you bump it or whatever, it won't flip over on you and break your line or cause that lure to come right back in your face. The bail wire on the Shimanos is made from titanium. It is much lighter and it is still just as strong, but like I said, Shimano's trying to make a lightweight, compact, powerful spinning reel. But as you can see, it's much smaller than the upgraded, more durable, thick aluminum bail wire on the Penn. That just goes toward the overall strength of the body of the Penn. It's a very solid reel. It's built really, really sturdy. I think that thing will really take a beating. The Shimanos, like I mentioned earlier, have the Hagane system. The Hagane gear is a cold forged aluminum main gear. They also have the Hagane body, which is the aluminum body that has increased stiffness that eliminates flex when you're fighting fish. You know, you don't have to worry about it breaking or giving way or anything like that. Also, the Shimano has a more durable rotor. The rotor design is 200% stronger than previous models. They also have a sealed waterproof drag that offers 20 pounds. The HT Slammer drag on the Penn also offers 20 pounds of maximum drag. All three of these reels have infinite anti-reverse, and what that means is they have removed the anti-reverse switch on all three of these reels. So there's no gap there on the body anywhere for any water to get into, and that's part of the core protect on the Shimano Stradics, and also part of the IPX body on the Penn SSV 3500. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much got everything covered. I tried to make it as fast as I could. Hopefully you learned something from this video. I'll have another video coming soon after I get to use these three reels with a performance review, and I will make a pros and cons list of each one, what I don't like about them and what I do, and just kind of an overall performance review. If you want to know more about the Penn SSV, I will put a link in the video description to a video that actually dissects this entire reel and explains why everything is placed where it is placed and how everything is manufactured and why it's manufactured that way. It's a really informative video. I couldn't do a video like that obviously because I'd have to dissect my brand new reel, and also the video would be entirely too long. But other than that guys, that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said, I'll have more coming soon.